Hi everybody, welcome to this video. It's so wonderful to be here with you. Oh my goodness, so we are going to be doing a little live today. We're going to have a look at the energy coming up for this coming week. So we are on the Sunday the 6th today of February. We're going to go all the way through to Saturday, Sunday the 12th, 13th of February. I just felt it would be really wonderful just to bring a bit of energetic guidance in from the archangels, from the seraphim, from the unicorns and dragons, and any beings of love, of light who wish to join us to help us navigate with ease and flow whatever may come up, and really integrate what we need to integrate with ease, right? So it's been a full-on week. So last week we had the new moon, right? We had the new moon, we had Chinese New Year, right? Year of the water dragon. We had Imbolc, right? So, and that spanned the whole of the week. That's the first light. So if you're on the southern hemisphere, that would have been Lunasa for you, right? The harvest. But we, in the northern hemisphere, we had Imbolc, and it's that entrance of the light, right? The first light, it's halfway point in between the equinox and the solstice, right? And it's a beautiful time of year, and lots and lots of energy has been coming in through that, you know. So I just felt it'd be really, really wonderful to bring a little bit of guidance to help us coming forth here for the coming forth days. So let's see, we have just finished a Mercury retrograde, we've just finished a Venus retrograde. We are in the shadow phase of both of those, so we may still find ourselves stumbling over our words, we may still find ourselves having a few contrasting experiences to really integrate the lessons, learn the lessons and complete them, right? Rather than continuing to push them away, which is what we've tended to do throughout humanity in the past few thousand years, is instead of looking within and doing the healing, we tend to push away whatever is coming in instead of finding it within ourselves. So let's have a look at what we've got coming up here, because obviously on the 14th we have Valentine's Day, and the energy behind that is quite an interesting one, but I'll do a video next week on that. Without further ado, let's have a little look at what's coming up, hey? So I'm going to draw some cards, and then we'll draw some clarifier cards. If you have any questions, feel welcome to ask questions as well about what may be coming up for you, and I'll answer those at the end. And for anyone that's not been to this channel before, my name is Alice. It's wonderful to be here. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube at Ascension Stuff with Alice. And you can also find me on my website, aliceheath.com, where I'd love you to be on the email list, because that's where all the discounts go out. So, okay. So we have the star. Good morning, Sam. We have the star coming up first and foremost. So I love this energy coming in straight away, right? This is about dreaming big. This is about really allowing that flow, that divine feminine intuition. It's allowing all of the dreams and the positive energy, the positive emotion that you feel, that to be your focal point. You know, we're hearing that, we're seeing that first and foremost with this beautiful, beautiful priestess here. And look, you know, we've got this Aquarius energy, which obviously the sun is in Aquarius. We had a new moon in Aquarius. We want to move out of our head, right, into our heart a little bit, because Aquarians can get a little bit in their head a little bit too much sometimes. So that's going to be, that's going to be brought out within us as well. But we want to let this water flow. We want to let everything, the energy flow, because when it flows, we really are able to create and not block what it is that we're wanting to bring forth. We have the Six of Cups coming in here. So look at this. I love this card. This is just, it's so beautiful, so innocent. It's just so joyful, right? We have this energy coming in as well for this week. So, you know, we may be a little bit melancholy going back into childhood and revisiting things that, you know, our inner child needs. We may be finding ourselves focusing on inner child healing, right? Which is a very powerful place to focus, because really that's where the beliefs come from, right? That's where our beliefs that limit us come from, is our childhood, right? So looking back, right, looking back upon things and back upon other people that we've had in our lives, you know, they may be, that energy may be coming up a little bit, but more what we would say here is to really look at what memories, what thoughts are coming up as a medicine for you. See that as your next step forward. It's breadcrumbs. It's breadcrumbs leading you forward here in order to actually notice where you may be limiting yourself, right? Where we may be limiting ourselves, you know. Notice the energy, the patterns, the beliefs that have been created. Where did they get created from? Where did they get created from? Was it something that we felt as our truth, or was it a truth that we absorbed by someone else, by a parent, a teacher, someone else, right? Where does it come from? It's revisiting time, right? It's revisiting time through next week, which is really powerful to be doing. It's the perfect season to be doing it as well, really. We have the Queen of Air coming in. Wow, look at that. She has a butterfly as well on her sword, that sword of truth, right? How are we speaking? What words are we speaking? Are we allowing the transformation? Are we allowing that to come in here? You know, it's the energy that is bringing us forth into the week with the Star and the Six of Cups to move into the Queen of Air here. You know, she has noticed what she's been thinking. She's been more discerning in allowing energy into certain thoughts. She's been more specific about where her focus point is to, you know, to the point of going, actually, I don't want to think about that. That's not a great vibration for me to bring in, because she knows that she's creating with every thought, right? The Queen of Air, she knows that, you know. Seeing the humor as well, finding balance and finding a lighter side to anything that may be coming up that may be contrasting for us. Because the thing is that there is really nothing serious going on here in the world, and I know that can be triggering for people to hear, but we're creating our own reality every single moment of every single day by what we focus on, what we talk about, what we allow ourselves to engage within, you know, what conversations, what energies are we putting ourselves in, right? Because we're creating from that point, from that base point, you know. She's very intelligent. But what I love here is that this sword is cutting through any prior beliefs, right? So we may find that through the start of the week, it might be a little bit more emotional, right? As we move towards the end of the week, as we actually start to see, and look, she's facing backwards. I don't know which way the camera is going to be showing this video, but she's facing backwards. She's taken a sword through the past, cutting it off where it needs to, so that it can transform, so that it can recreate, right? It's going to be a week where we are, you know, we'll get encouraged to look backwards a little bit, just to form different perspectives of experiences that we may have had. How can we bring a lighter sense to it? How can we not get so stuck in the head, right? That's what this card brings in as well, this Six of Cups, you know. Revisiting the old dreams, old plans. What is it that you actually really wanted to do before your brain said, no, I can't do that, right? It's just momentum. You just have momentum, right? Going in one direction, right? That can shift and that can change by your focus on your own vibration, right? What do you choose? Do you choose to be happy? Do you choose to be right? Because look, we have the Two of Air here coming in. Two of Swords. You know, and this is really what this week is bringing us up to. You know, all those new beautiful seeds that we planted with the Aquarian new moon. You know, we're moving through that that phase of the first quarter moon this week, right? Where the energy is gaining momentum, and where we're getting to actually start to see some of our manifestations, right? But look, we have conflict here. A conflict of opinion, and that feels very much like it's going to be within ourselves. It's going to be a bit of a challenge between our head and our heart. Head and heart, you know, which one is going to have the louder voice? And once again, which one has always served you well, right? Because the mind can only expand to the capacity that the heart is connected to it, right? So if we're not connecting the heart and the mind, then the thoughts that come in here can be very fear-based, right? And they can have us repeat old patterns that didn't serve, that we've outgrown. And it's good to outgrow things because we are constantly expanding, constantly blooming. If you love any assistance with that, the beautiful Carolyn Bennett and myself are hosting a evening of magic and alchemy on Monday the 7th. You can register via the link in my bio. But there will be a recording as well for anyone that can't make it live. We're very excited because we'll be visiting the Temple of One True Light and releasing everything that's held you back so that you can bring forth more of your true self. So if that calls to you, have a little look at the previous post or the link in my bio. Okay. But I love that this energy coming in, you know, it's forewarning us that there may be a strong emphasis on over-analysis, right, by the end of the week. You might hear just constant chatter, and it's really interesting because, you know, who you're surrounding yourself by, do they constantly chatter, right? Are you constantly talking, right? Or are you allowing yourself that break, that inwardness, right? If you are with people all the time, are you allowing yourself that break as well? to just be in your own energy, where you can actually start to calm your mind and hear your own thoughts, right? Where's the balance? Because when we spend a lot of time with other people with lots of opinions, we struggle to hear our own. We struggle to hear our own truth because we don't give it that space. Where are you creating space this week? Where are you going to be setting your intention to create space? Because when you do that, brilliant ideas come forth. Look at all this air energy. First of air, one of swords. You know, when you use so many different decks of cards or whatever, and then you just kind of keep flicking the words back and forth. Swords. But when you allow yourself that time to receive, that time to ground and to balance, that time to hear your own thoughts and you hear your own truth, right? Because you've found a space of stillness around you. You've created that space because you create it. No one else is going to give it you unless you create it, right? As within, so without. You know, then new ideas will come forth, right? Then that beautiful, focused light will come through and guide you in alignment with your higher self, in alignment with your goals, with your heart's desires, right? We don't have to keep asking for those. They will naturally align with us if we give ourselves the space to keep our vibration high, right? To bring our vibration up. You know, a lot of things are going to be kind of turned on their head this week, you know, this coming week. A lot of other opinions and a lot of other versions of things are going to come into your reality this week. High possibility of that. But are we going to get triggered and want to react and respond straight away upon hearing it? Or are we going to listen and just go, why does that come into my reality? Has it come to help me, or has it come to help me? Has it come to help me see a different view, or has it come to help me feel more confident and stable in my view? Because it'll be one of the two, right? I'm really excited actually. On the 22nd of this month, I'm going to be launching a new course, telepathy. It's a continuation of Intuition 101. So if you've taken Intuition 101 that I ran last year, it's pre-recorded, it's on my website, you can have a look at that. But it's a continuation of that and it delves deeper. It's going to be a 3-part course. But we really need to get the throat and the mind clear to be able to really hone that. So we'll be looking at telepathy, we'll be looking at astral projection, remote viewing, and seeing blindfolded, right? So we're going to be looking at those 4 aspects in a week-by-week live course. So it'll be live every Tuesday, from the 22nd. And there will be recording for anyone that can't make it live. But I'm really excited about that because all this air energy will really prime us, right? To actually enable those higher gifts, those higher forms of communication. Because that's what air brings us as well, is communication, relationships in that way, intellect, right? Okay. So, Archangels coming out to see us today. We've got Archangel Jules coming out, Archangel Jules of the Ocean, reminding us to go with the flow and align with our highest vibration, align with our joy and our bliss, create the space and time, because when you create the space and time in your day, even just a short 5 minutes through the day, to raise your vibration, to calm any chatter in your mind. When we do that, we actually don't need to do any other work. That is the work, just allowing ourselves to sit and to breathe. That allows us to receive, that allows what we need to be attracted to us, rather than us trying to go out and find it. It's not about trying to do anything these days anymore. That's done. We're moving into a new phase of our being, a new expanded version of our being where we attract it to us. Right? We just sit in our vibration and we attract it to us. Right? Archangel Haniel coming in here, reaffirming that first message as well. You know, tune into what your soul desires. And whenever people say, you know, what do you want to manifest and things like that, you know, we tend to kind of want to overthink it and try and really force thoughts. That's not the best way of doing it. The best way of doing it is literally calming your mind, getting out into nature, doing something like that, right? Because then those feelings and thoughts arrive to you. You don't have to force anything. You don't have to create anything. It isn't hard work at all, right? Easy. Allow it to come to you, and it will do, through daydreaming and, you know, allowing those thoughts to just be received. You know, and your vibration once again will naturally rise. Your emotions will naturally rise. And when the emotion rises, that fuels the manifestation to come in quicker, right? Archangel Metatron lighting us up from above here. Especially by the end of next week, he's going to help that light come in through our crown, from our stellar gateway, from our monad, down through our soul star, our causal, into our crown, helping even more, right? Helping even more as make that decision and forward motion with our heart mind connected, rather than the chatty egoic mind of previous beliefs that haven't served, right? And Zadkiel help him to transform and transmute. I am open for bookings in the next week as well. So if you would like any assistance, any angelic support, any one-to-one support, any quantum healing, past life regression, soul retrieval, karma balancing, anything like that, my calendar is open for this coming week. So please feel welcome to book via my website. But I know most of you I'll see tomorrow night anyway, which is always wonderful. Okay. And finally, we have Guardian Angel coming in here, reminding you of your innocence, reminding you of your beauty, reminding you of your joy, of your pleasures in life, reminding you how easy it was when you were a child to just find the magic in everything. That's the purpose of this week, is to release the chatter and the blocks that we've picked up through life. That's what this card brings in, look. Releasing the chatter and the blocks that we've created through our thought patterns, through a practiced thought pattern, in order to allow us to remember how simple things were, and then how easy it is to create and to enjoy ourselves from that space. Some beautiful angelic beings coming in to assist. It really is a wonderful week up ahead, you know. We are in a space of about three or so months with no retrogrades. We've got all the cosmic assistance to move us forward for what it is that we decide to do, right? For our soul path, even if you consciously know what that is or not, you'll be doing it. You'll be aligned with it, right? It doesn't have to come up to the mind for us to be embodied, right? Not at this point. We don't have to know how to translate it for us to embody it. Oftentimes, if the mind is full of blocks, we will only convolute it and we will only block it anyway, right? So bring it into the heart. We've got at the end of the month, I know this is jumping ahead a little bit, but just because the amount of live viewers I've got right now, it's bringing that key code of 3 in. That 3, that cosmic flow, that Christ-light energy, that beautiful, beautiful heart-based energy, that Christed energy, right? That golden, white, rainbow colour hue. Cosmic abundance, cosmic flow. The heart portal. Stay tuned with the posts on this channel, because on the 3rd of the 3rd, we'll be working with the Seraphim. We'll be running a workshop to work with the Seraphim, to receive an attunement from Mary Magdalene and Yeshua, to receive the golden rose and the white dove. But first we'll be working with the Seraphim and Lady Gaia of the earth, bringing in those Christ codes, bringing it into you to run through your body and become and embody within you. So a few really fun things to be looking forward to this coming month. But for now, I'm going to draw one more card. I think we're going to go to the unicorns here just to kind of summarize this coming week, because we know we've got a lot of air energy, right? A lot of choices to be made, and the choice is not in the thought process. The choice is, where are you basing the energy, in your heart or in your mind? Are you allowing yourself that space and time to receive? There are things that I wanted to transmute that will help you get very clear. if we observe and witness rather than getting triggered straight away. Because there will be differences of opinion a lot this week, in order to either give you the contrast that you need, right, to refine and hone your desire vibrationally, or to open your mind to something a little bit different, something that you've been asking for. So one final message from the unicorns here before I bid you farewell for now. Shower of blessings. And look at that, a rose on here. Beautiful. Shower of blessings. Open yourself to receive. What have we just been talking about? We have to receive, calm ourselves, calm our mind, calm our vibration, right? And when we do that, we automatically raise it to receive. And then we don't have to do any work. It's just easy. Everything just comes to us. We magnetize it all then. Oh yeah, I bet there's a lot of different opinions. Switch off the social media, switch off the TV. Find your own. Find your own truth, right? Everyone's got an opinion right now, and a lot of it is polarized and a lot of it is coming forth. You can feel it anyway in the earth. You don't need to see someone's interpretation on TV unless you want to, and that's okay, right? But if you're wanting to find a little bit of calmness, there is a lot of chatter on the earth stage right now, because there is a lot of outward demonstration right now, which is good for those that desire that and need that. But many people that are watching this video, they don't need that, right? Because you already know in your heart. Pay the blessings forward. Pay them forward. Offer that love forward. Offer those blessings forward. And just watch them magnetize straight back to you in unexpected routes. I love you all so much. You deserve the whole world and so much more than you realize. Every one of you. And this week you might start to really realize that, if we do as unicorn advisors. So much love to each and every one of you. See everyone who is on an evening of magic and alchemy tomorrow at 7:30 or on the replay. Bye for now.